Hello and
Okay.
welcome. My name is Kuda, and in this interview, we're going to be sharing about teaching African native languages online. And I'm doing this interview from Zimbabwe, and the person that I'll be asking the set of questions that I have is also from Zimbabwe. So she's going to share how to teach Shona online, not only Shona, but some other languages as well. Before we get started, before we get to the questions, there's one of my favorite quotes, which was like, the people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want. If they can't find them, they make them. This was said by George Bernard Shaw. And, at this moment in Zimbabwe, or maybe in some parts of Africa, there's a lot of unemployment, right? And I've seen a lot of people creating employment for themselves on the internet. And who am I and why should you listen to me? My name is Kudakwashi Sapichuma, as I said earlier, and I'm an online entrepreneur. My mission is to create success partners with whom I'll share the knowledge that has changed my life, especially with regards to work from home, making money online. And I'm the co-founder of Internet Pro Club, which is a coaching program which is aimed to bring information about different methods of how people can actually make money online. If you want to learn about Internet Pro Club, you can go to our website, internetproclub.com. If you want to get straight to the training, you can go to internetproclub.com/training. And with me today is Melody Mukute. And welcome, Melody, to the call.
Thank you, Kuda. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. So, our listeners today would love to know who is Melody. Can you please tell us a little bit about yourself, your education, your job, so that our listeners can actually connect with you?
All right, Kuda. My name is Melody Mukute. I am 35 years old and I'm a proud Zimbabwean. I have a Bachelor of Arts degree. I graduated in 2008, and since then I've been teaching, I've been a trainer, and I'm also a consultant in terms of life skills. Currently, I'm with the government, with a certain ministry, and I'm teaching young women.
Okay.
Basically, that's all about me.
What topics are you teaching on young women?
Life skills, entrepreneurship, and business management.
Absolutely. That's great. Now, what other languages can actually be taught online besides Shona? I understand you're teaching Shona online. What other languages can be taught online? African native languages.
Okay, there are quite a lot. I know of Bemba, Chewa, Afrikaans, Kiswahili,
Mm-hmm.
Yoruba. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There is quite a lot. Some of those languages I don't even know them. But I know Swahili is
Yeah.
from Tanzania, Kenya. I think so that can be taught online. And when
Yes.
did you get started to teach Shona online? And how did you discover that there is a way or method of actually teaching a native language? If you could take us through the steps of what led you one thing to another.
Okay. It was quite a long journey. I
Mm-hmm.
started teaching online generally, not specifically Shona. I started teaching with English. I saw a post by Yokuda
Okay.
on one of our WhatsApp groups in which you were inviting anyone interested in teaching online so that they could get in touch with you. Well, I was interested, but I didn't know how to start. So I contacted you and you linked me with a certain lady called Taffy. And then she taught me all about teaching English online, of which I got recruited with different companies. By then, I got recruited by 3 companies where I was teaching English online. But I had a craving that this was not enough. So at some point, I was just browsing through the internet on Facebook, and I came across a certain website which was inviting people or teachers to teach online. So
Okay.
when I went through the website, I realized it had Shona in it as one of its languages. So they were looking for Shona teachers. I applied, but I thought if I mentioned that I was a Shona teacher, they wouldn't take me. So I
Okay.
applied as I applied as an English teacher. And then after the recruitment process, I was approved to be a teacher. But during my first 2 months with that company, I realized I had more requests for Shona lessons than English lessons.
Okay.
I quickly deleted my English profile and focused more on my
Ambition.
Shona profile. Yeah, because I actually noticed, wow, there are people out there who would want to learn Shona. I was surprised because I didn't think anyone who would want to learn Shona, that kind of thing. So I
Absolutely.
focused more on my Shona profile. Then I realized I was actually getting more students for Shona than I was getting for English
Yeah,
lessons.
because
So I started.
at the end of the day, it looks like there would be a lot of people who would be teaching English because English is a global language. But when you're looking at Shona, then this is a specific uh, demographic location of people that speak Shona. So that means the market can be huge for native languages as well. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. For English, everyone else is out there looking for a job to teach English. But with Shona is an African native language. There weren't any other people. I'm actually on that website. I'm currently the only person teaching Shona. And surprisingly, again, my students are not any people from Zimbabwe or Southern Africa or Africa, where I actually thought I would be getting students from. There are people from Asia, America, and Europe
Mm-hmm.
who want to learn Shona. So that's how I started teaching Shona online. And of late, I realized that I need to maybe publish more my profile
Mm-hmm.
so that maybe I understand there are students out there or there are people out there who are stuck, would want to learn Shona, but they have no one else offering the services. So that's
Absolutely.
basically how I started teaching Shona online.
Absolutely. Yes. So, like Melody said, I did one of the interviews with someone who was teaching English to the Asians community. So this interview, I shared it on my Facebook and different WhatsApp groups, and it's amazing how I didn't know that someone can teach Shona in native languages online. But anyway, that's fine. So, how long does it
Well,
take to
here
get
I
the
am
results?
teaching Shona online.
Absolutely, and that's good news. How long does it take for someone to get results with teaching online? Did you hear the last part?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. How long does it take for someone to actually get results, to start seeing results with teaching Shona online or native language online?
Um, you really need to be very patient because people have been searching for African native languages for teachers or tutors for those languages, and they were failing to find them. So the moment you expose yourself or you put yourself out there as a tutor of one of those languages, you need to give yourself time for people to find you. For me, it took me about 3 months to get real results, as in to get more students and for them to have confidence in you that you can actually teach this, and for them to build confidence that you're actually a native speaker of that language. So I guess it depends. Now that I've opened this to many people, maybe the time will be shorter uh, to start seeing results, as many people are now aware that you can actually get a tutor or a teacher of an African native language. Let's maybe say Shona. You can actually get a Shona tutor out there. So the time frame might be reduced now, but for me, it took me about 3 months to start getting results.
So that was your story, and it's really really amazing. We're looking at about 3 months. Of course, it differs for one person to another. Now, how do you get paid your money? You live in Zimbabwe, and you know a lot of people who are in Zimbabwe right now in the African regions. We have a challenge of actually getting money from international communities. What is the method used to get your money? Did you get the last part? Hello?
Yeah. Yes, I did, Kudam.
Yeah.
Um, I get my money via PayPal. Like the company I'm working for, they pay via PayPal or TransferWise. So I chose PayPal, which is because I'm quite familiar with it. So my money is sent via PayPal, and I use a PayPal South African account. So I just go and
Okay.
withdraw from a South African bank,
Okay.
or sometimes I just pay for services online
When you receive
with
your
the
money on
money.
PayPal. Okay, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, what sort of roadblocks did you face early, and how did you overcome them? I know when you have a dream, when you're trying to earn extra money from your daily job or other things that you're actually doing, and wanting to do something from the comfort of your own home, what sort of challenges did you face, or maybe just one challenge that you faced, and how did you overcome it?
The major challenge I faced was of content creation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say the syllabus to use for teaching Shona online. Like I said, I was like breaking a new ground. Nobody had taught Shona online and produced content that was on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
All I had were YouTube videos of some people who were trying to teach Shona online using videos. So I had to start from scratch, creating the content, coming up with my own syllabus of where to start, what's next, and
Mm-hmm.
how to present it to the student.
But you managed to
That
keep the
was my
syllabus,
major
right?
challenge. Definitely, I managed to,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
now, yeah, I have great content for for a Shona syllabus.
Yeah, okay, amazing. Now,
Mhm.
what was your major breakthrough? What was your first major breakthrough that you were like, I know, it was actually trying to make money online and working from home. You kind of get depressed sometimes, and there are times when
Mhm.
you get to sort of like, wow, this really works.
Yeah.
You get motivated, and you're like, I could do more. What was your first major breakthrough with teaching online?
My major breakthrough was having a company that entrusted me with a full set of language to deliver results. You know, those students that booked up with this company, they trusted the company that this teacher was good at this thing. So I was just happy. It was my breakthrough that this company recruited me and allowed me to conduct the lessons, which I did very well. And my ranking shot up and my reviews went to 5 star. Then I started getting more results. So just the component that this company trusted me with their work, with their website, um, given that I'm the only Shona tutor there, it was a major breakthrough for me.
Oh, absolutely. Now,
Yeah.
my next question for you is: do you need any special tools, training, equipment to teach English online? And I know ahead of me there's a question like, is there any education requirements needed? So just talk about the tools, and the tools equipment is actually the same thing, or maybe the education part. Does someone needs to have a degree in arts like you? What sort of qualifications are needed for someone to start teaching Shona or any native language?
Um, the only special tool you need to start teaching online is the passion, the drive to. With this company, or actually with some other companies that I worked for, you don't need a degree. At times you have a degree, but you can't teach. All they need is that teaching skill to prove that you can teach. During the interview, you go through a rigorous process where they're just trying to figure out, are you a teacher? Can we actually trust you with our students? So that's one special tool you need. You need to have the drive, the passion, and the skill to teach. There are different methods out there that one can use for teaching. So in any of those methods, can you employ it on your teaching? And if you can, you're good to go. And for the training, yes, you need training. Maybe that's why the certain company has come up with this idea of mentors or trainers. Like,
Okay, absolutely.
yeah.
Okay, absolutely. That's really amazing. Now, let's talk about the money to start this. You are talking about websites, you're talking about mentors, you're talking about training and all these other things. If say, Kuda, I want to get started today, is there any cost involved, or is something that I can just pop to your website, just start, and then without paying anything? Because I know, like in Zimbabwe, there's a process whereby some other teachers, uh, the employment agents, in fact, they actually charge you a fee to look for a job for you and something like that. Is there any cost involved if someone wants to get started with this?
There's absolutely no cost. Okay. Maybe if I say absolutely no cost, someone may ask me, so how do I get on the internet? You just need to pay for your internet service
Oh,
and you
okay.
go online.
Also,
Yes, that's it.
that's internet. Okay, internet, the gadget. Okay, that's okay. That's that's
Assu
amazing. Okay.
Also, assuming that you have a laptop already, because
Mm-hmm.
you can't teach over the phone, you need a
Okay.
laptop.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you
so
need
just that.
a laptop and the internet, no membership fees that you pay. Okay. In terms of qualifications, I think you've actually answered that. So let me move on to the next question. Now, who should pay particular attention to teaching online because they stand to benefit most? Okay, like what kind of people should really consider this?
According to me, those entrepreneurs out there, especially the young entrepreneurs who don't like this idea of having someone on your back every time trying to push you to do this and do that. Employ yourself, just go on the internet, start working online. You stand to benefit the most. You've got your own work schedule and you also peg your own fees. That means you set your own salary. No one detects it for you. And people like me who want to be stay-at-home moms, you want time with your family, but at the same time, you want to work. This is a very good opportunity for you. Right now, I'm at home, I'm working, and I'm actually looking at my kids playing via the window. So, such people, if they are out there, these are the people who can benefit the most with online teaching.
Absolutely. Absolutely
Mhm.
amazing. Now, let me move on to my next question. Um, how much time does it need? Okay, you said as much as you want, the more time you commit to this, you actually get paid. Okay, let's look at how much can one make per month. Okay, in terms of money, let's talk about the Benjamins. Okay, some of the people, they want to know how much can possibly one make per week or per month.
It all depends with how much time you're putting in it. One can earn as much as 2,500. I've seen on this company website my mentors earning that much. So it all depends with the the eagerness that you have, the drive that you have of how much you want to earn. If you avail yourself more, you
Mm-hmm.
earn more. So it's you get exactly what you put in it.
You get exactly what you put in it. Absolutely. Okay,
Hmm.
it's more like writing your own check. Like how much do you want to make? And you say, I want to make 500, and this you put the work to it. Now,
Yes.
you are a
Yeah.
Zimbabwean. Okay, you are African. Okay, let me say African. What do you think of other Africans or other Zimbabweans? Like currently, our economic situation in Zimbabwe is not really good. And
Hmm.
9 out of 10 people that I meet, like
Hmm.
they are talking about economic crises, and a few of them are actually talking about change of how they can make their lives better. Okay,
Hmm.
uh,
Hmm.
what comment would you give to such people who are actually looking through the fence, and as much as they know that they are sitting on fire, they just can't get started, they just can't stand up to do something?
Okay, my first statement would be, when they hit shoots up, you have to jump. So if there's anybody out there who's just seated and crying over their situation, you're actually wasting time. There's a lot that one can do over the internet, and you get paid for it. Employment is not just about the employers in Zimbabwe. You are
Absolutely.
here in Zimbabwe, but you
Mhm.
can work for someone out there anywhere in the world, and they pay you. You actually make your own money.
You actually
So
make
I
it.
would say to such a person who's just seated and crying, stop crying, get up, go on the
Mhm.
internet, read
Absolutely.
around a lot. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. um Now, I'm almost coming to the end of this interview. Are there any other questions uh, that should be entrepreneurs should be asking? Okay, this actually is something that you've actually answered in the previous question. But now my question there was, is there anything that I did not ask you that you want to share with people, that you feel like, hey, this question is burning in my heart, I wish could I had asked me about that? What would that be? Or any last?
Sorry, could
Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't get the last part of the
Okay.
question.
Okay, the last part of the question was, is there anything that I did not ask you that you need to share with others, or just one last tip, because we are almost coming to the end of our interview?
Um, there's so much potential in Africa,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the youngsters, with the young generation. Appealing to you,
Mm-hmm.
get up, use the internet to the maximum. Don't just use it for chats, use it to make money. And
Absolutely.
yeah, you have a story to tell one day.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you were talking about, there's something that really got me interested here, or intrigued me. You said it took you about 3 months. You went on this website, you went on that website, you had to actually come your way up to where you are today. And
Mm.
you're speaking of websites. I wish you could tell me all of them, but one thing that I believe is if you wanna if I need to learn something, I will find mentors who can teach me what I need to know. Okay. So,
Mm-hmm.
you have done it, you have actually walked the path before us. Okay. And you know which websites works right. And if someone wants to get
Mm-hmm.
started, are you willing to help them to get started? Uh, that's the question.
All right, good. That's an interesting question. Yes, I'm very willing to help anyone who wants to get started.
Mhm.
And I'm willing to help only those that are serious, that really want to get started. They can get in touch with me and I'll help them.
Oh, okay. So how do people get in touch with you? If you can provide your contact, whichever you're comfortable with, it could be WhatsApp, your mobile number, your email address, or website, whichever you want to be comfortable with. So, but just remember, some people may contact you midnight. But anyway, just give any contact that you're actually comfortable with um, people getting in touch with you.
um, Let me give my email.
Okay,
Anyone who's interested, they'll have to send me an email and I will get
okay,
back at
okay.
them.
Just
Yeah.
say your email, or just type it out on the screen there. Yeah, just go ahead.
It's Mel, MEL,
MEL.
MUKUTE,
Okay, let me just one moment. Let me just put this color in black. Okay, so that's
okay.
MEL
MUKU
MU KU
TE
uh-huh
at gmail.com.
at gmail.com. Okay, so that's the contact. So it's meomukute at gmail.com, right?
Yes, or they could visit my Facebook page,
Okay, your Facebook page is what?
The Language Lounge.
The okay.
Language Lounge.
Okay. Is that the
Yeah.
correct spelling there?
Yeah. No, it's
Okay.
No, on language.
Okay. It's what? LA.
LAN
Mm-hmm. Okay, like that.
GA. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay. Language. That's your Facebook page. In other contact you want to give, so those two are fine.
No, those two are fine.
Okay. So it's
And if
Mel.
anyone gets,
Yes, go ahead.
if they get in touch with me on those two on the Facebook page or the Gmail, then I'll give them the other contacts. The more,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. So we've actually come to the end of our interview, and Mel, I would love to thank you so much. You don't know how much I appreciate you sparing some time to share with others the possibilities that are available in their lives. Thank you so much.
If it wasn't for you, Kuda, I wouldn't be here. You actually made me move the first day. Thanks,
Absolutely.
so much thanks to you.
Absolutely. You're most welcome. So, thank you very much for being on the call. That was an interview with me and Mel, who was sharing about teaching native African languages online, which is something that you can actually do if you live in Africa. If you can speak the language, if you can speak the language, you can teach someone and they pay you money. And this can be done on the internet. And that's the end of our interview. For more of these lessons, just visit our website, which is internetproclub.com. You are going to go, just find the page that says training. There's a ton of trainings there of different ways of people, how are they are making money online. With that being said, bye for now.